Hi, everyone. So grateful that we're together today on this last day of January, or the last Monday of January. I want to start off today with a scripture from Matthew 4. As Jesus was walking beside the Sea of Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon called Peter and his brother Andrew. They were casting a net into the lake, for they were fishermen. "Come follow me," Jesus said, "and I will send you out to fish for people." At once they left their nets and followed him. I'd be willing to bet that most of you have either asked or been asked this question. If all your friends jumped off a bridge, would you jump too? My brothers and I heard this question in one form or another while we were growing up, and it seemed ridiculous at the time because of course we wouldn't jump off a bridge. But we still wanted to do what our friends were doing, even though sometimes they weren't making the best choices. My dad even turned it around on me a few times when I had to wear something I didn't like or didn't feel like it was a popular choice at the time, like saddle shoes. He'd tell me that I should proudly wear them and maybe I could start a trend that others would follow. For whatever reason, it was okay for others to follow me, but not so much the other way around. Our girls took it a step further in their teen years when I tried to convince them of the importance of being a leader in their groups rather than a follower, because people would always be judging them by their words and their actions. And even though they were great kids and all had their heads on straight, they claimed they couldn't care less about what others thought of them, and it wouldn't matter how their actions were being perceived. In today's world, social media has created a whole culture of influencers who have multitudes of followers as they promote all kinds of products, music, clothes, makeup, you name it, and there's somebody out there working to influence your choices and how you spend your money. And they're making a lot of money at it. Following's not a bad thing, as long as you're completely aware of the ramifications of who and what you're following, and therefore make good choices and decisions. When the disciples were called by Jesus to follow him and become his disciples, Scripture tells us they basically dropped everything, left their livelihoods, their families, and their lives to go on the road and follow Jesus. How many of us would do that today? It goes on to say in Matthew, going on from there, he saw two other brothers, James, son of Zebedee, and his brother John. They were in a boat with their father Zebedee preparing their nets. Jesus called them, and immediately they left the boat and their father and followed him. They seemed to sense that this was the right thing to do, that this unknown teacher who was calling them to join him was someone unique, unlike any other teachers or rabbis that had come through their towns before. Whether it was the Spirit of God prompting them or an instant connection, they followed Jesus as they jumped off the bridge into discipleship. It was a long road, 3 years that they spent traveling, learning, hearing Jesus teach, and watching him heal, and their lives would be forever changed. These disciples still change lives today as we read their Gospels and strive to follow their marching orders from Jesus to make disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world. Have a wonderful day. Bye.